One common question I get asked all the time is whether it's possible to set up automatic investing with the Charles Schwab platform. This means that instead of having to manually transfer money each month and tell Schwab what you want to invest in every single time, you can just automate that entire process. So is that possible? Well, yes and no. It depends completely on what you want to invest in. If you want to invest in mutual funds, it's possible to automate the entire process from start to finish, as long as you're investing in specific eligible mutual funds. If not, or if you're investing in stocks or ETFs, you can automate about half of the process, but the rest will still unfortunately be manual. So how do you set it up? Well, let's start with mutual funds. When you log on to the Schwab interface, this is the page that you'll see. The very first thing you need to do is identify whether the mutual fund that you want to invest in is an eligible mutual fund. So you can do that in one of two ways. First, go to the Research tab. Under Mutual Funds, select Overview. This will bring up a search engine that allows you to search all of Schwab's mutual funds. Pay attention to the selection down here where it says Automatic Investment Plan. If you select this and then hit View Matches, you will see all of the mutual funds at Schwab that allow for automatic investing. So you could scroll through this list and find a mutual fund that you want to invest in, because all of these will have automatic investing capabilities turned on. However, there's like 4,000 mutual funds in this list, so probably the easiest way to do this is to go up to the top and type in the symbol name of the mutual fund that you're interested in. So for instance, let's say SWTSX, which is the Schwab Total Stock Market Index Fund, which is a mutual fund. If you click this, it'll take you to an overview page of this mutual fund. On the right here, it'll say the automatic investing plan. If this says yes, then this mutual fund is eligible for automatic investing, so you're good to go. The next step is to make sure that you already have some amount of money invested in this mutual fund in your portfolio. This is necessary to have before setting up the automatic plan. So you can check that by going back to your portfolio, go to Accounts, select the account that you're interested in. So for me, this is my Roth IRA. And then down here, you can see I have $70 in SWTSX. So I already have some position in this mutual fund. If you don't, however, it's really easy to do. All you need to do is go up to the Trade tab. This will bring up the one-stop shop trade window that allows you to conduct any transactions within the Schwab interface. Then you just need to enter in the symbol, so SWTSX brings up this mutual fund. Schwab will automatically identify this as a mutual fund, which you can see here. Then all you need to do is select Buy. Mutual funds, unlike stocks and ETFs, trade in specific dollar amounts instead of whole number of shares. So all you need to do is tell Schwab how much money you want to put into this mutual fund. So let's say $50, for instance. Then hit Review Order and then Place Order. After that, you'll need to wait for the transaction to go through. So mutual fund transactions typically happen at the end of the stock market day. So if you're doing this on the weekend or when the stock market is closed, you'll have to wait until the end of the next stock market day for this transaction to go through. Once it does, just go back to your accounts, select the account that you're interested in, and then confirm that you now see that mutual fund in your account. So once you see this mutual fund in your account, you're ready to go on to the next step, which is to set up the automatic investing plan. So what you need to do then is to go up to the Trade option, go down until you see Automatic Investing. Click that. It'll bring you to this page where it shows you the mutual funds that you already have a position in. So for me, that's the Schwab Total Stock Market Index Fund, which we've been using throughout this video, and then a second one for the International Fund. This table gives you an overview of the automatic investing plan status. Right now it says I'm not enrolled in either of them, but it gives me the option to enroll now. So I'm going to click that. And it'll bring me up to this new table here. So it'll ask me how much I want to invest on a regular basis. The minimum for this plan is $100. So let's say $100. The investment frequency gives you a few different options. If you want to do monthly on the 5th, monthly on the 20th, semi-monthly on both the 5th and the 20th, or quarterly on the 5th and quarterly on the 20th. Most people will probably want to do a monthly option. So let's just say monthly on the 20th. So the next 20th date is 4/20/2021. And then let's hit continue. This will just give you a confirmation of what you just enrolled in. So SWTSX, $100 a month on the 20th, starting on April 20th, 2021. If you're good with this, go ahead and hit submit. And it will say enrollment accepted if it went through correctly. So if you go back to the automatic investing page, you can see now it says enrolled active. If you want to change this at any time, you can just hit modify. And if you want to cancel it altogether, just hit cancel. Now, one important thing to note, if you look down here, it says if funds are not available in your account on the date of the scheduled transaction, no investment will be made for that period. So that means if you don't have enough cash available to cover the transaction in your account on the monthly date, so the 20th for this transaction, the transaction will not go through. So that's why it's important to take another step and set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your brokerage account. So the way you do that is go under Accounts and hit Online Transfer. The instructions here should be pretty self-explanatory, but you'll just want to make sure that you're setting up a transfer that recurs on a monthly basis before your mutual fund transaction is supposed to take place. So let's just say cash only, I want to select it from my checking account to my Roth IRA account. How much do I want to transfer each month? Well, my mutual fund investment is $100 a month, so I want to make sure I'm transferring at least $100 in order to cover that entire transaction. So let's say $100. Frequency on a monthly basis. Transfer date. Currently, we're in March. I have the investment plan starting on April 20th, so I'll just want to make sure that I transfer the funds before that date. So I'm going to do something like, let's say, April 15th. Just to give it a few days of buffer in case the funds don't immediately transfer. Contribution year, this is a Roth IRA, so I have to choose this. I'm just going to say 2021, and then hit continue, and then review all of the information here, and when you're ready, make sure you hit submit, and then it'll give you a confirmation of your automatic transfer. So that's it. That's all you have to do. If you're investing in mutual funds, you just need to first make sure you have an eligible mutual fund for the automatic investing plan, set up the automatic investing plan, and then set up automatic transfers from your checking account to make sure that you have enough cash to cover that automatic investing plan each month. I would strongly recommend for at least the first couple months, make sure that everything went through as intended. Make sure your cash transfer went through on the date that it was supposed to. Make sure your automatic investing plan went through on the date that it was supposed to. Just make sure everything is running smoothly. Once you've tested it for a couple months, you're good to go. Everything is automated for you. So then the question is, if you don't have an eligible mutual fund, but you have something like a stock or an ETF that you want to invest in, is this still possible to set up? Well, unfortunately, no. Schwab does not offer automatic investing for ETFs or stocks. What you can do is set up an automatic transfer from your checking account, just like we just did with the mutual funds, but this will not actually automatically invest in your stocks or ETFs. The only thing it'll do is automatically move cash into your account that you can then manually go in and invest in. The other thing you can consider is switching brokerages. Most brokerages do not offer automated investing, at least not beyond mutual fund capability like Schwab does, but there are a few out there that you could consider. However, I personally don't actually mind going in and executing my trades manually every month because it gives me some sense of control over my investments, and it's a good time to kind of check in and make sure my portfolio is still behaving the way I want it to. So I think there is something to be said about having to manually go in and choose which investments you want to purchase or sell every month. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all learned something from this video. If you have any more specific questions or requests on the Charles Schwab interface or anything about personal finance and investing in general, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and consider subscribing because I make new videos every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.